Hi, I'm Elaine Harding. Welcome to my blog at stampwithelaine.com. Today I thought I'd do a little challenge and make this hexagonal pinwheel card. The finished size is 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. This was my prototype, and as you can see I used extra layers with designer series paper and things, but I wanted to simplify it. So I'm using this elegantly set bundle, and it comprises the punch and the stamp set. If you buy the suite, then you'll get the stamp set, the punch, the designer series paper, and also the Simply Elegant trim, which are the gold and silver thread. So that's a stamp set and that's the punch. So to start with, you'll need the mechanism, and this is a piece of basic white, 5 inches by 5 3/4 inches. Bring in the scoreboard, and with the short side on top, so the 5 inches on top, you score at every 3/4 inch. So 3/4 inches, 1 1/2, 2 1/4, 3 3 3/4, and 4 1/2. The metric size is slightly larger. You'll need to cut that at 13 centimeters by 14.5. And with the short side on top, you score at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 centimeters, leaving a 1 centimeter overlap. 6 pieces of basic white. These are the panels for the pinwheel, and that measures 2 1/2 inches by 5 3/4 inches. For the metric size, you need 6.5 centimeters by 14.5 centimeters. Then for the back of the panels, you need 6 in basic grey, and they measure 1 1/2 by 5 1/2. And for the metric measurement, you need 6 by 4 centimeters by 14 centimeters. Some basic grey scrap to punch out some tags. First, burnish all the score lines. So we put glue on the narrow. Actually, I'm going to use tear and tape, it's less messy. So I put tear and tape on the column and remove that, fold it over. That's my column. Set that aside, and we want to do our stamping first. So I'm going to stamp 3 of this image in the upper left corner. So ink it up. I want to ink up the bottom left corner on 3 of them. There's method in the madness. On this one, I've left the thank you down here, so then I can address it, dear so and so, thank you, thank you, thank you. All the things you do are simply amazing. And then this last panel, you can sign your name. For the first one, we'll stamp thank you at the bottom. It doesn't matter really where the join is, whether that's the front or the back. But if you flatten that, like so, and bring in the glue, I could use tear and tape. Decided to put tear and tape on all these columns. Got 2 more to do. back where the join is, so let's squash that down, and we'll take off the two first ones and line them up with the edge. Stick it down, glue it on the back, ignore the border here, just make sure that there is an even border on all three sides there. Okay, the next one would be the one with it at the bottom. So the easiest way to do it is to marry that up like so. Okay, remove your tape. Make sure that's aligned and flush with the top and bottom, and then you just press that down to glue it on that one, see? And it's on. Then you can glue the grey panel on the back of it. This panel is the one you sign on, so this is the sentiment, and I haven't stamped it on that straight, never mind. The alternative ones are on the top, one on the bottom, and so on. Now we want to punch a label, then stamp this flower, add glue, so I've removed the tape, and remember this is the way it's going, so that has to be, the stamped side has to be face down. Align it up with the panel, okay, and move that over, fold it down, and then it's stuck down. So that's your second panel, so you carry on with the pinwheel. So the previous one was that at the top, so now you want this at the bottom. Now I just wanted to point out, as you put more and more of your pinwheel panels on, you need to be sure that when you lay your card down, this side is free so that you can press this down. I've removed my tape, lay that down, but as you lay it down you'll find that your panels get stuck on. You might not have the same movement, so you might have to hold it up like that and do it this way. Almost there. On the last stretch, this is the last panel, punch another label and ink it up, stamp, glue it on the panel, the right side face down. And this is the last one to do. Line it flat, line it up, and then fold that over onto the panel. And the last grey piece. And unfortunately, Stampin' Up! Doesn't carry this size envelope, so if you've still got your envelope punch board, you can make your own envelope. So I took a piece of Whisper White cardstock, 12 by 12, and cut it down to 9.5 by 9.5 inches, and then with the envelope scoreboard you score 4 3/4 inches, I think, and that will make a 6 by 6 inch envelope, which this will fit in. If you use Tombow glue and just run a line of glue on it and then use the bottom end, this end, to spread it, then this will be a self-sealing envelope. You've got to leave it to dry though. Stick down, or you can lift it up and reuse it again. So that's for the recipient's name there. Then they turn it round and it says thank you, thank you. All the things you do are simply amazing. And then here you sign your name. You can step it up by adding paper. You can even add a border. It's up to you. I hope you've enjoyed today's tutorial. Have a go yourself. All the links to the supplies I used are below this video in the Show More section. You can find me on Facebook, Pinterest or Instagram. And if you'd like to read more about it, then hop over to my blog at stampwithelaine.com. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll be back soon with more inspiration. Bye!